Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video, I want to talk to you guys about Dave Ramsey's baby step number 3. That's right, your girl and the kids on baby step number 3. So if you've been following my channel for any length of time, thank you guys so much for stopping back by. If you're new, hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name is Shakema. I'm a single mom. I have 4 children, 2 girls, 2 boys. 1 fur dog, 1 fur grand dog, and we're living our best life. So I have been on the Dave Ramsey journey for about 9 years. Honestly, I should have been further along than where I am at the moment. However, I worked the steps as far as doing my budget for the last 9 years faithfully, honestly, very faithfully. It took me until last year, it was in December, that I decided I was going to be gazelle intense. And it wasn't because I was just dragging my feet. I didn't understand gazelle intensity. And when Dave says, hey, if you have extra money, then chunk that towards your debt. We didn't even have a lot of debt comparative to what other people have. I had debt, don't get me wrong. And to me, it was a lot. But last year in December, I decided I was going to be gazelle intense with the last little bit of what I had. Well, the year before, I decided I was going to pay off this debt, and I paid off about half of it. And then last year in December, I said, listen, I'm going to be done with this. And I gave myself a June deadline. I said by June 2019, I'm going to be out of debt, period, the end. I'm tired of paying these payments and blah, blah, blah. Well, the kids and I reached that goal in May of 2019, and we were doing so very well. So Dave Ramsey's baby step number 1 is to save $1,000 in your emergency fund. Little small things that might happen. Some people do $2,000. I have a little bit over $1,000. I don't have a lot over. I have like just a little bit less than $1,300. I have $1,200 and some. I don't even remember. But in my emergency fund, I always like to keep a little extra just because you never know what could happen. Something could happen, and you just need that money. No problem. Baby step number 2 is pay off all your consumer debt other than your home. So we paid off everything we owed May 2019. Well, in June, Alana got sick. And she was just having some unexplained pain. We didn't know why. We were trying to figure out life and what the problem was. So we ended up taking her to the doctor, and we had to have a ultrasound. Now, she had not met her deductible for the year because she really had not been sick. So we had to pay the full amount for the ultrasound, which was close to $600. It was right at $600. So, of course, I didn't have $600 at one time to pay that, so I just did a payment plan. But fortunately for me, in the month of September, I was able to pay that off. And that was a goal as well. I didn't want to carry that debt. Like I had made payment arrangements for $50 a month just because I didn't want to keep getting taxed with late charges. So if you set up a payment arrangement, you pay the specified amount the day you set up the arrangement, and then you just pay every month until you get it paid off. I knew that I would have it paid off in September. That was my goal. So I made 2 payments last week, and I got it paid off. So we are totally 100% debt free with the exception of our home. Now, of course, we have our regular monthly bills. No problem. We will pay those and get that squared away. Now I'm moving on to baby step number 3, which is saving 3 to 6 months of expenses. I have never been on baby step number 3 before. I've been on baby step number 1, and then I've spent my $1,000, and then I had to go back to baby step number 1, and then I'm still paying off baby step number 2, but I was still on baby step number 1. So I've been on baby step number 1 quite a lot. But I have never been on baby step number 3. And I actually could have started baby step number 3 in June because I was debt free in May. But I do not get paid in June or July. So if you're new to my channel, I work full-time in the school system. I work from August till June. So I don't get a paycheck in June or July. I have to take out a specified amount out of my paycheck every month and put that in what's called a summer share account. And then whatever is built up by the month of June, they cut it in half. I get half in June and half in July. So I have to live off of whatever I'm able to save during the school year. So that's why I didn't start baby step number 3 in the summer, because I make about $1,000 less during the summer months than I do in my regular school year. So we are finally on baby step number 3. And I didn't do it in September. Well, I didn't do it in my first paycheck because Beauty had just passed and we didn't know how much we were going to need for expenses and all of the things. So I was trying to make sure that I had adequate enough money to do what we needed to do for funeral arrangements and those types of things. We got everything squared away, and things worked out very nicely for Beauty. So we have done all that we needed to do for that. With that being said, baby step number 3. So I'm going to share with you how I'm planning to work baby step number 3. Now that is saving 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. I estimate my expenses to be about $3,000 a month, $3,100 if you want to, round it up. So I'm going to just say 3,000. So in 3 months, I would need about $9,000. In six months, I would need about $18,000. Now, to me, to somebody who has never had that amount of money at one time, or even thought that I could save up that amount of money at one time, it's blowing my mind that, oh my goodness, I'm already on this step. So I'm sharing that to say I'm a single mom with 4 kids. 2 of my children are grown adults. They live on their own. They do not live here in my house. I do not help support them financially. They take care of their own expenses. But I still do have 2 little kids, and I have to do what I have to do for them. But you can get there. So if you're a single mom saying, hey, if you're a single dad and saying, I can't get there, I don't know how I'm going to get there, you can get there. So I make a little bit from YouTube. I'm going to share with you what I made in September for YouTube. So in the month of September, I got a Google AdSense check for $134.11. Now, I make money off of YouTube by the ads that run on my channel. I know there was an ad one time that one of my subscribers, she said, hey, Shakema, do you get to say which ads come on your channel? Because I saw an ad that I don't think you would have liked. I don't get to make the choices about what ads are shown. So I wish I did, but I don't. I don't watch my own videos, so I don't even know what's up there. But if a video pops through and you watch the ad, that helps us to make money. It also helps if you thumb up our videos. It helps if you, thumb them down, even though I hate thumbs down, but whatever. We get watch time and views help us to make income. So $134.11 for September. So what I did was I took $14 from that $134 and I paid that to tithe. Now, if you follow my Dave Ramsey budget videos, you know I tithe off of every dollar that comes through my hands. I don't care what it's for. My paycheck, kids' deposits, child support, gifts. If you give me $1, Jesus gonna get a dime, period. The end. That's just my conviction. That's my commitment to my faith. I'm not expecting anybody else to have that commitment. Do what you and the Lord have established and what you are okay with doing. So please, no hate on the tithing, because I'm telling you, there is not one thing that my kids and I have needed that God has not provided. And I always say it goes back to planting seed. So when God gives me, I return to him. He gives, I return. I'm just a steward over what comes through my hands. So, $14 went to tithe. That left me with $120 left. So I have encumbered a YouTube expense. It's a monthly expense. You know how some people pay for their music? They do the music. I don't pay for that, but I have one expense that I have now started to pay for. It costs me $42 a month that I can pay for out of my YouTube. If I make any YouTube money, no problem. So I took $42 out of that amount and paid it towards that expense for the month of September. Paid, period. That left me with $78 that I put into a separate account that is going to be my baby step number 3 account. If you've ever watched His and Her Money, Ty and Talit, I think is his name. I always get him wrong. But they talk about having 13 accounts. I don't have 13 accounts, but I do have several accounts. And one of them is my baby step number 3 account. So what I have done is I put $78 into that account. I already had $75 in the account. So that brought me to $153 in that account. So out of my $9,000, I have $153 set up. So I'm thankful. It's a small start, but it's my start. And so what I'm going to do, because before I got out of debt, I was taking my YouTube money and putting that towards my student loan. So what I plan to do is take any YouTube AdSense money that comes in, minus my tithe and minus that expense that I have to pay monthly now. It's $42 every month, so I know what the set amount is. Whatever the tithe is, anything else left over, I'm going to chunk it towards baby step number 3. So I know people say, well, Shakema, it's going to take you, 10 years to make that money. It doesn't matter how long it takes me. I'm going to make the effort. And then if I get additional monies in, like the month of October, I get my supplement. What I plan to do is take out money for Christmas. I always take out my Christmas money, put that to the side, because I try to do my shopping around Black Friday with whatever I know the kids might want. Then I try to put a little extra in my $1,000 emergency fund so I can have just some extra cushion in case something happens. But now whatever's left over after that, because I'm not in debt, I'm not paying off debts, all my bills are covered for the month, I can take anything that's left over out of that lump sum chunk of money and I can put that towards baby step number 3. I believe it's an attainable goal. Will it take me some time? Yes. But can I do it? Absolutely. And every time I get a chunk of money, birthday money coming in, I pay my tithes, I can throw that into baby step number 3. Do I have to always put the money in baby step number 3? No. But I do believe that it's a viable way to say I can save some monies here, and I'm going to do my very best. So I just wanted to share with you guys how I'm starting off baby step number 3, and you can do it as well. Don't feel like, hey, because you can only save $10 or $5. I knew a girl one time, she put $2.40 towards her debt. I'm like, that don't make any sense. She's like, gazelle intense. However you and your family have to do it that way so that you can achieve the goals that you want to achieve for your family. I am excited to be on baby step number 3. And it's a baby step, but I tell people, baby steps are steps too. I can shave my grocery budget if I need to do some extra. I can coupon. So again, everything I make from YouTube is going to start being chunked towards baby step number 3. And then I'm going to look and see if there's any way to shave down some of my monthly expenses. And whatever I have for monthly expenses, I'm going to dump those into baby step number 3. I do want to keep a running track of how, where I started at the beginning of the year and how I am doing by the end of the year. So if anybody out there has a sheet that will let you compound how much you're saving, like an Excel spreadsheet, that will let you compound how much you're saving and keep a running track, let me know. I'd be happy to use that so I can actually keep a running count of what I'm doing. I'm a visual person. I just like to see what I'm able to save, even if it's just a little bit this month versus last month. I was able to save a lot. I really don't care. I just want to be able to save. So anywho, I just thought I would share that with you guys. I'm very excited. Do you see this person over here? Do you see? What are you doing? What are you doing? You on baby step number 3? You on baby step number 4? She's like, Mom, go to bed. Oh, what? Let me live. Let me live. Go to bed. Go to bed. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys. You can do it. Don't worry if it's a small step. The Bible says that when you're faithful with a little, he'll make you Lord and ruler over the much. And I just believe that. I'm going to a ladies conference. I'm going to be speaking in October, and any speaking engagements, monies that I bring in, gift, love offerings. I don't have those moratoriums or whatever you call them. I don't have any of that stuff. Like, I'm only coming if you give me this amount of money. I don't have any of that, but I will accept a love offering if that's what someone wants to do for me. I'm just excited about preaching. So if they invite me, I'm going. Money, I'll spend my own gas money to get there. Don't bother me. But I have had the churches I've been to before have taken up love offerings for me. And so I'm thinking there are a couple of pieces I need to get as far as speaking engagements. I'm saving up to buy a robe. I want to get a nice robe and a couple of, we have company and it's going to be okay. A couple of nice dresses where I can wear my collar. So I'm going to take out money for that, but anything else, I'm going to put it into my baby step number 3. By any means necessary, whatever I have to do. If I pick up a side job, baby step number 3. I don't go out and do a day job, and that's specifically because I am a single mom. And I work all year long, and my kids know that I have to work all year long. So I try to be a mom during my summer months and do stuff with them that I'm not able to do during the school year. We can't do field trips. They can't go to this place. They can't go to that place because I'm only one person. I can only get them to so many things at a time. So I take my summer months, my 8 to 10 weeks, depending on how much time we are allowed off, and I do stuff with my kids in the summer. I know a lot of people say, well, Shakema, if your kids didn't take Taekwondo, you could have been out of debt sooner. You could be baby step 3 sooner. I get that. But that's their PE. It's what they do for their physical education, and it's how they get their socialization. They are at Taekwondo 4 days a week with a lot of non-homeschool kids. So a lot of people say, well, all the homeschool kids hang out with homeschool kids. There are very few homeschool families in our Taekwondo dojo. So they get a lot of exposure because they're there 4 days a week for several hours a day. So I leave that there for them. And then their dad does send money. So I pay up front and then he pays me back. And we just work that out. With that money, if there's money left over, baby step number 3. So as long as I'm chunking away at baby step number 3, I think I'm going to be good. I've got $153 already towards my first goal of $9,000. And I'm feeling good about it. Whatever we got to do, right? And I'm here for it. So anywho, just wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any comments or questions, leave it down below. We'll be happy to answer whatever we can to the best of our ability. We just believe that the Lord wants us to be prosperous in all things, not just in our finances, not just in our, in our physical bodies, but that also does bleed over into finances. I came from a poor family. I came from a family that didn't believe you could have money or that, there was any extra. I'm teaching my children, or trying to teach my children, that God is a provider and he will provide all the things that we need. Maybe we just don't need some of the stuff we think we do. And we have done well, and I'm thankful for that. So anyway, again, just wanted to share that with you guys. If you have any questions, leave us a comment down below. Thank you all so much for stopping by. If you have not yet, hit the red subscribe button, join our family, hit the little bell. That way you never miss an upload. We do try to upload at least once a day, or at least 3 or 4 times a week if we can. If you like this video, thumb it up. If you feel like it's helpful, please share it with someone. Maybe another single mom or single dad, or, single parent, whatever, or a family that's struggling might find some kind of comfort from these types of videos. I do Dave Ramsey videos all the time, except for the month of September because of the things with beauty. So we're back on it. We are here for it. We are winning, totally winning. So anywho, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Bye now. Thank you. Thank you. Go sit down. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. I love you.